beef Wellington from Rastelli's. And I'm telling you, this is amazing. It is filet mignon wrapped in a puff pastry with a beautiful mushroom duxelle that's around it. And I'll tell you, honestly, it's one of my favorite foods, but it is one of those foods that you really don't want to make yourself. You really want to get it from someone else. That is love. Oh, that is so good. So, Rastelli's is America's butcher, and they bring us so much great beef and chicken and all kinds of things. You can get all 4, or you can get 8, and you save about $32 by going with the 8 count. These will get to you in time for Valentine's Day as well as for the big game. And what's nice about that is maybe you don't want to go out for Valentine's Day. It's on a Wednesday this year. Sometimes that's a little harder to go out. So you can do it at home and treat yourself. But again, you're going to get 4 or 8. If you want the 8, they are more limited. And remember, you're going to save about $32 by going with the set of 8. I want to bring in Ray Rastelli right away because he is America's butcher, and he's going to tell us how they do this. I'm telling you, and I'm not making this up, Ray, that filet mignon melted in my mouth. That was amazing.
Oh, Mary Beth, this is just that perfect item for both Valentine's Day or for your Easter holiday table. And I want to explain to you what we do, because we only do this twice a year. You can see this beautiful, look at that juice that's coming out of that filet mignon. And what's on top? That beautiful portobello duxelle. So we take a beautiful black Angus filet mignon. We cut that just from the center cut. And then we take our herbs, our spices, we take onion, we take garlic, and of course the mushrooms that we break down into this beautiful duxelle. Now, I have some of that duxelle actually cooking right in front of me, so this takes hours for it to actually reduce. And then, of course, we pour a little burgundy wine right inside of that duxelle, just like that. Now, this is going to take some time to reduce, but once it reduces down, Mary Beth, we get that beautiful paste, and that's what we consider putting on top. Look at how beautiful that. I wish you were here to smell this, because you smell the burgundy wine, you smell all the herbs, the spices, the duxelle, which is the portobello mushroom, and then of course we take that and we cover the fillet. And I'm going to show you what we do. First, I'm going to use my fingers. This is that whole filet mignon. It's absolutely beautiful, right? Yeah. It's the filet that everyone's come to love. But what we do then is put it on top of a bed of duxelle, and you can see it sits right on top of that puff pastry. Then we take this additional duxelle, we put that right on top, just like that. And of course, we've got it nice and cooled at this point. Now all we do is take the puff pastry, and of course my team does a lot better than I do, but they pull this up. They turn this into a beautiful ribbon and bow. And when this comes to you, it is completely finished. Look at how gorgeous that comes to you. All you have got to do at this point is right from frozen, right into your oven at 415 degrees. And I will tell you, always place it on parchment paper inside your baking sheet. And of course, the recipe comes right with it. It's simple. And in 35 minutes, you have got the most incredible beef Wellington. And again, this is something nobody does anymore. Not even the restaurants do this, because this is so difficult to do. We do this twice a year, and we only do it for QVC.
Oh my goodness. I'll tell you, first of all, and I just cut into another one, the meat itself is so tender and so juicy, but you put that in your mouth with the duxelle and the pastry, it's like unbelievable coming together. It's the different textures, it's the different tastes. It's so very, very good, isn't it?
It is, and because remember, the filet mignon is extremely porous, right? It's going to be by far the most tender piece of meat you're ever going to taste, but because it's so porous, it absorbs all of that the beautiful ingredients from our duxelles. So you can taste the burgundy wine, you'll taste some of the shallots, some of the garlic, the onion, and of course the portobello mushroom. And all you've got to do is bake it, and it's going to look to your guests like you have been slaving in the kitchen for hours and hours to create it. And it's funny because it's the one item the butchers every year say to me, are we going to make them again for the holidays? Because it is by far the most tedious product that we make.
Without a doubt. I want to quickly update everybody because these are going fast. I mean it, really. If you want the set of 4, we have fewer than 300 to go around. If you want the set of 8, 150 to go around, and you're saving $32 by just getting the set of 8. Because if you actually take the set of 4 for $94, let's even round it up, $95. 95 plus 95 is going to be $190, and you're getting it for less than $160 to get all 8. So it really is a savings to do it that way. All right, what do you think, babe?
It is so, there's such a decadence to it.
Yeah, there is.
Whenever, you know, I come from like a high-end restaurant industry, and whenever you would see filet Wellington, or any Wellington on a menu, you knew it's something very special. Maybe it's just one day only they're doing it, a special occasion. It's so laborious, it is time consuming, but let Ray and the team do that for you. Because I say, look, again, Valentine's Day, I love to celebrate. I love to go out to dinner, but there's something to be said for being home on Valentine's Day and preparing a meal together, sitting down together, beating the crowds, because you know on V-Day, they push all those tables together. They're like checking the time, like we need the table, we need the table. Take your time and enjoy each other's company over a meal just like this. It is so superb.
It really is so good. Ray, show them how it comes.
Oh, yes.
I love doing this because if you can't be with a loved one on Valentine's Day, think about it. You could send this beautiful box. And inside that box, of course, are those beautiful Wellingtons, and you can see the size. Look at the size. These are really, really large. And of course, the recipe comes right with it. Really simple. 415 degrees in the oven for 35 minutes.
And if it's just for 2 of you and you get 4, you've got 2 meals of it. If you get all 8, which by the way, we have very few left in the 8, you want to make sure you get that. That could be 4 different meals at a great, great price. Ray, thank you. I'll see you in a little bit with some chicken wings.
Thank you.
And here are those chicken wings. You know what? They've never brought us chicken wings before.
No.